Hey, what's up guys? Tolerant Madman here, back in Dungeon Defenders 2 to give you another tutorial for beginners. This one is going to be 5 tips and tricks for combat exclusively. And the very first tip, this one seems pretty obvious to people who have played the series quite a bit, but people who are new coming to the series may not know this. The best way to optimize your killing ability is to utilize every tower on all of your heroes. So say take the Squire, place down a spike barricade, and then switch over to your apprentice, put a deadly strike behind it. You've now utilized 2 of them. Say then switch to your monk to make it even stronger, and place your ensnare aura right here. We're kind of in a weird spot. Place that right there to cause a bunch of problems for people who are trying to smack the barricade. Or even a strength drain aura. You can stack them right there. Kind of hard to upgrade them that way, but you understand what I'm saying. It allows you to have a lot of utility. And one of the tips later will show you why you want to kind of prefer a certain hero's towers, but we'll get into that one later. Going into our second tip. So as a resident EVA player, I know this one because it's very integral to my kit. But some people don't. A slice and dice will be shot to pieces by archers that will stand just outside of its range. Which is why, if not just to kill the archers, but to buy you time to get there and stop them, you can use the reflector field, which will bounce the arrows back at them, causing them to either damage themselves or not damage the slice and dice, giving you more time to get there, or if the arrows are constantly bouncing into them, it'll kill them. Another great use of the reflector field would be this right here. Using the spike barricade, reflector field, and devastating strike tower, you have a devastating strike tower that fires over top the spike barricade and cannot be hit by enemy projectiles, making it extremely powerful. 10.48k right there. And it will they'll have to break, the archers will have to break this, and the melee character will have to break this to be able to get to your devastating strike tower, making it a very powerful combo. I would recommend this if only really powerful enemies, not a bunch of small ones are coming through. Because the devastating strike tower fires very slowly, as you're seeing. Its fire rate is abysmal. But when it does fire, it does an insane amount of damage. So use this for lanes that have really powerful enemies. Not necessarily boss enemies. If there was a boss enemy, then I would have a huntress, and I would have her place her lightning spike trap right there, so that the boss is constantly standing in it, trying to smack this, being shot by that. He can't hit it with his range because of that. And is constantly just being hit by the lightning strike tower, or the lightning spiked trap. Going into our third tip. This one also seems obvious for a lot of veteran players, but here is one of the most powerful setups on a staircase. And I know that it looks like it's just going to shoot the back of that shield, but I promise you it does fire through the shield. Like so. It will do this for a spike barricade, but if you were to say, switch over to your Squire, let's do it right here, place a slice and dice on this guy, and then place a bowling ball turret, it will not fire through a slice and dice. It will smack into the slice and dice and roll off to the side. Oh, actually, it's shooting through right here. I guess I glitched it a little bit. Most of the time, especially on staircases, it will... Oh, wait, no, now it's not. Yeah, I don't think it's hitting him. It's a bit buggy with slice and dices, but with spike barricades, it will always fire right through the shield. You can see it's clipping right through the shield and hitting the opponent, which on a staircase is even better because every single one of them have to walk basically up the barrel of a cannonball tower and then smack the shield to get through it. And even archers don't have a good shot on the cannonball tower, meaning they will stand in its range, being shot by it, trying to shoot it over the barricade, or just trying to shoot the barricade. So those are some really great options, and you can even incorporate tip 2 and try to use a reflector shield to improve this even more by putting maybe the reflector shield right here, so that they can't even hit this tower setup. All they can do is just shoot the reflector shield while the cannonball turret just absolutely decimates them. This is a really good strategy for staircases. Into our fourth tip. Okay, so this one also seems obvious to veteran players, but to newer players, they might try to allocate stats in a weird way across all characters, thinking that they need to switch and use all of them. You want a main attack hero. Say you like the hack and slash of the Squire, make it to where the Squire's stats reflect that, where he doesn't just have it all in towers. He has vitality attack, agility if you want, casting for battle placement, and you can run around, you can hack and slash. You can block, you can face tank. Say you want to have a mix between that. You can have the up close, have the far away. Or say you want to go strictly range. You could have an EVA. But you want this because this allows you to have stats across a bunch of stuff rather than just having it built into towers. Or just having it built into this. You could even have it to where it's all into hero stats and no defense stats on your attack hero. I've seen plenty of people that do that, which is why they will usually have what's called a designated builder, which is actually what the 5th tip is about. So let's get into the 5th tip. So this one is new to DDA, which is that builders are no longer as underpowered as everyone else. They're not just weaker than everyone else because they're not going raw DPS. Your builder, say I'm EVA, actually, let's say I'm Squire. I'm Squire. I placed all these slice and dices. That one over there. I've placed all these slice and dices. I placed that spike barricade. I placed this cannonball turret. Every single one of my towers that I've placed and I stay as Squire will have a 33% boost in damage. Because I am staying as Squire. And I have all of my points allocated in. It makes it to where builders aren't as underpowered as the DPS mains of the team. So my slice and dices will stay stronger, but if I were to switch over to my attack hero, then now my slice and dices don't have that 33% boost. My only thing on EVA that would have the boost would be this proton beam right here. That would be receiving the boost. And that is the only thing. Making it to where I can't just stat across evenly, have an attack hero, all DPS, all raw into hero stats, and still receive the boost, and it be meaningful. Meanwhile, if I were Squire, and as you can see my stat allocation on Squire, oopsies, right there, 47, fortify, 47 power, I would now be receiving an even larger boost for my towers, which means that I could be the designated builder of slice and dices, essentially, and it wouldn't be that much. It would be more of a linchpin to the team rather than a hindrance. So that's a really cool update that they did, but it's kind of gone under the radar and a lot of people didn't know about it. And I just wanted to bring it to your guys' attention. So those were 5 tips and tricks that you can use, tips, tricks, and strategies you can use in Dungeon Defenders Awakened to help build up a stronger team or just get better at the game. So make sure you like and subscribe and come back for more content. I'll be releasing an in-depth tutorial for each of the heroes very soon. So have a great day and stay safe.